All right, so thanks for staying. I'm Benedict Owusu. We have to go into the details, and we start here on the locals. And of course, the race of getting a leader at the Ghana Football Association is heating up, with one aspirant calling on the others to concede defeat and join his camp with exactly a month to the elections. Now, former FA President Afriyie believes he is a people's choice per his calculation and wants the likes of Asir Palmer, Keto Kreku, Fred Papo, and the other candidates to concede.
Let me say and state clearly, as I stand here, officially, 10 out of 16 Premier Division clubs have endorsed my form. And I'm referring to 10 out of the Premier Division clubs have endorsed my form. 2 undisclosed, but I've assured that yes, we will endorse, but don't disclose it. So if I add the 2 to 10, officially, 12 out of the 16 Premier Division clubs have assured me that George, go for it and we'll back you. Let me state that yes, I have heard a lot of people saying that endorsement is not vote. It's true. But fortunately for us this time, the endorsement has a second page, which is an affidavit of support. It is not just an endorsement. You have endorsed and you have stated that I so and so on this day. So if you look at the form, you will see the red seal to say that we are not only supporting you, we are also affirming our support for you. Apart from that, 15 out of the 48 Division 1 clubs have also signed, append their signatures on my form. 5 of which we cannot disclose, but the 15 we can disclose. It's on the forms. This is enough justification, and I'm here humbly calling on the media that I thank these clubs for having this confidence or reposing confidence in me and assuring me that come 25th they will translate the endorsement into votes. Let me state and let me assure you, as I stand here, I have contested all 3 past GFA elections. I have contested past 3 all GFA elections. And I understand the dynamics very, very well. It is possible somebody may change his mind. That is election. I am not saying I'm going to get all the votes, but I'm saying that I call on my colleagues to begin to concede and to support for us to chart a new course for Ghana football. Yes. Football is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. One man, Afriyie, cannot transform Ghana football. We need the collective ideas of all my colleagues to come on board and to chart a new face for Ghana football.
All right, so GFA presidential aspirant Afriyie is speaking there. Now, Fred Papo is a former vice president of the FA, and it doesn't look like he's ready to concede defeat. Well, he's given us an idea of what he's going to do from now till the elections.
We're going to what I call the listening tour stage, which people, I believe, erroneously or not too correctly describe as going on regional tour to visit the delegates and to give them your message. I believe it shouldn't be a one-sided thing. There's going to be regional visits, all right. There's going to be one-on-one with each and every single delegate. But then it's going to be more to find out the expectations, the experiences, the grievances, and then the ideas that obtain or pertain at the grassroots to inform and then refine one's vision and expectations. So that is going to be the next line of action. The listening tour.
Okay, you've been a step closer to administration at the FA. I'm talking about you being a vice president. Does that give you extra edge, among your peers in this, election?
Well, not really. It depends on you, the personality. You can occupy a position, and what you may learn or pick from that position may not be the same that another in that situation will pick. So definitely, if we were to look at it as a point, I don't see it as much of a big point. I believe they've all got their strengths and they've all got their weaknesses, just like me. You know, so we'll go in with a lot of, as it were, things at the back of our minds and a lot of strategies up our sleeves.
Well, still on the elections, and the camp of presidential aspirant Professor Sekuku, popularly known as Palmer, have denied links with former FA boss Kwesi Nyantakyi. Now, a widely circulated video yesterday shows the ex-FA boss at the palace of the chief of Doma, that's Nana Bedu. In the video, persons suspected, to be palace guards are seen heckling members of Nyantakyi's entourage and physically restraining them from entry into the premises. Now, the video has actually caused ripples in the football sphere because the two persons accompanying Mr. Nyantakyi, that's Tichiahin and Kofi Menu, men who have been rumored to be part of the campaign team of Osei Palmer. But Ebo Apia, who is the strategist for Team Palmer, says there is no link between Palmer and the video.
It's leaning towards Palmer. Then Bright comes and says, it looks like it's Palmer. There's no basis. There's no proof. In any case, let me use the World Cup that passed. Blatter is banned completely. He was at the World Cup. The Women's World Cup, Platini was banned. She was at the World Cup. After all that has been done to Kwesi Nyantakyi, he doesn't have the right to move about? Are you saying that because somebody is sympathetic to us and is seen around the Domahene, it means he's going to talk to the Domahene for vote for us, and the Domahene, excuse my language, does not have a mind of his own? So Kwesi and Co will come and say vote for Palmer, and then he will vote for Palmer. Is that how we want to reduce the discussion to?
All right, so that was Ebo Apia. He's part of Team Palmer and reacting to that video that went viral yesterday. Well, we've got Nana Kuku, sports analyst, on the line to help us understand this issue, how influential Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, former GFA president, could be in the upcoming elections, which is on October 25. So, Nana, thanks so much this morning for your time. I mean, yes, that's the basic and the first question I want to put to you. Is Mr. Nyantakyi still very influential as to, who becomes the next GFA president?
Good morning to you, and good morning to your viewers. I think Kwesi Nyantakyi is still quite influential, perhaps not as influential as he was before, but he still has he's still able to get the ear of some of the owners of the clubs to try and put forward who he would like to be is here. I think in clarifying the story, because there's a lot of talk that he only went to go and thank the Domahene. But the fact of the matter is, he went to visit Dr. Che in Kumasi, he went to Petiman, he went to Sunyani, and then he also ended up in Doma. So for anyone who says he's not on a campaign trail, he is. And if he isn't...
Nana, how do you tell if the man is on a campaign trail, and who is he campaigning for? How do you tell?
Well, I don't know who he's campaigning for. The rumors that are speculating is that it's for Palmer because of the association with Blue Boy and someone else.
So Nana, we can't be emphatic to say that he's on a campaign trail. It's
no,
rumored.
you can't be emphatic. You're interviewing me.
Yeah. No, I'm asking you.
I can be emphatic if I want to be. And
so
I'm
please
saying,
be.
I'm relating, I'm using correlation, and I'm saying that he went to visit Dr. Che in Kumasi. He also went to Techiman. He went to Sunyani.
And how do you justify that as a campaign?
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. And then he went to Doma. Now, if you don't know, the Domahene lives in Tema. So if, for example, I want to thank the Domahene about anything, I will give him a call and find out when he's to be at home in Tema. Because I live in Accra.
Nana, I perfectly understand. I perfectly understand what you're saying. But on the basis of your argument that you went to Kumasi to see Dr. Che, and I'm saying that, how do you justify that the man went to see Dr. Che based on so reason? How do you justify that?
Yeah, I'm using correlation. I just told you. It's a key word, correlation. Because at the end of the day, you go to 4 different places. To do what?
It could be a normal visit.
And actually,
it could be a normal visit.
One day after the nomination was closed, too. If you're not campaigning, you're quite naive, to say the very, very least.
Well, it could be a normal visit, Nana. Have you also thought about that?
Look, I don't need to think about that. You need to think about that. I'm telling you what I think.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you what you think.
No, I perfectly agree. That's your view. That's your view.
He
So
went
let's go.
4 different places. Doma Henny lived in Tema.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the logic of driving to Doma when the Doma Henny lives in Tema and you want to thank him?
Nana, if the Doma Henny is not in Tema and he's
Isn't it logic? No, you relax, my brother. You don't know. You don't even know.
Then it's not about me not knowing.
You're playing something on TV. I'm giving you facts. That's why you called me. The Doma Henny lives in Tema. The people who run the club live in Doma. If I want to thank Doma Henny about anything, I will call him and find out when he is at home.
So Mr. Nyantechi went to the Bro Afriyie region, called the Doma Henny, and the Doma Henny says, "I'm here." How can't he go there? So what's the point?
Well, my brother, I've given you a logical explanation.
Well, that's your explanation.
You're trying to feed me an irrational explanation.
Well,
fine, he has gone there, and we've seen a video. And many people have drawn a
So who do you think he's campaigning for?
From that video.
Now you have the facts. Who do you think he's campaigning for?
Well, I think he went there on behalf of Farmer.
How do you establish that? On what basis are you saying
again,
that?
It's correlation, because we know that Blue is a key person in Farmer's campaign.
How do you know that as well?
If you're going to thank Doma Henny, do you need Blue?
Well, Blue is a friend to Nyantechi.
No. Look, you can make all the excuses you want to make. I'm just telling you what I believe to be the case.
All right, Nana.
And I'm not going to depart from that because of what you're telling me.
Nana, Medase, thank you very much, Nana Ajuman. So that was sports analyst Nana Ajuman. They're trying to, help us understand what happened in that video and how influential Mr. Nyantechi is still in terms of getting who becomes the next Ghana Football Association president. But we have to still stay with the FA elections, and Dr. Kofi Amwa, president of the Normalization Committee, has been explaining why they expunged the clause 2 and 3 of Article 30 of the eligibility criteria for the president and the Executive Council.
I think it would be, to shoot frankly, to be foolish for us to do all this work to create the right statutes, the body of laws that will help Ghana football develop and become strong. And then we ourselves bastardize it and try to make it not work like that. It is nothing like that. All we are doing is to create a wider net of qualified people in Ghana who will bring themselves up. And mind you, the decision to select somebody to be a manager within the football administration rests with the delegates, rests with the football people. And therefore, if somebody is not one of them and is not coming up with good ideas, why would they vote for the person? But should in case somebody can come up and excite their imagination, that even though I don't own a football club, even though I'm not a referee, these are my body of ideas, and that I think about that. And if the delegates themselves think about it and think that we think this time we have to go for this person, it will be a blessing to Ghana football and a blessing to the nation.
All right, so that was Dr. Kofi Amwa. He's president of the Normalization Committee. And of course, there will be more on the elections. This morning, Ketu Kweku is launching his manifesto. With Dr. Kweku Pamao will do his, that's next week, and we'll bring you everything when it comes to the race. So it's GFA decides. Well, away from that, last night was the FIFA Best Awards ceremony held in Italy. Lionel Messi beat Cristiano Ronaldo, Virgil van Dijk to the FIFA Best Player of the Year. All right, so congrats to Lionel Messi for winning this year's FIFA Best. There's still the Ballon d'Or to come. He missed out the first one. That's the UEFA Player of the Year to Virgil van Dijk. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't attend the event at all. And Marvi and Roland, the players Ronaldo voted for? The likes of Holland, Mbappe, and our own Andre Ayew, that's captain of the Black Stars, also voted for Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. And Lionel Messi voted for Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane as his top two players.
I love Ronaldo. Ronaldo, before was graduate. best player of all time. And thank you, Benedict, and we'll bring you all the rest of the sports stories later on the channel in subsequent programming. But in the meantime, we have to take a break. We told you about that conversation we'll be having on security, and subsequently, Obi Amwa, the Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, and also a Member of Parliament for Ikuapem South, will be right here in the studio. Stay with us.